Hey folks, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. So I thought this was quite important. I'm just heading out for the rest of the evening, but I was just catching the backwind of Trev's AMA with Tobias, and I thought this was a quite interesting part to clip. So I clipped the audio. Let's listen to what Tobias has got to say.
That I'm obviously well positioned to finalize, and I've just told LBA that granted that I do not really have an interest in working as a full-time or part-time anything on a fixed thing, the better solution is for him to maybe make an agreement with me where I'm just paid an hourly wage, right? So it's basically straight up standard consultancy. And if there are a number of tasks that he feels needs to be handled by me, over the next 5 weeks, I would probably say yes, if we can agree on the estimate and the fee for that. I don't know if he would have to run another vote to do that. That's not really my business anymore. So overall, I think that is the extent to which I will be doing, stuff in and around the community until I begin my new job. And then when I start my new job, I will obviously get consumed in that for a while, but I mean, I still have my own ideas that I want to pursue within the blockchain space. And I think I've been very clear on that from the beginning. I just think that I have, for reasons, been part of building up a few standalone institutions in the community now. Let's call them Terra Rebels and the L1 team. And I think I've come to realize that, our budget is not very great. So I have to go back to funding myself again.
So as we can kind of gauge from what's being said there is that possibly Tobias is going to come back on an hourly wage. This could work, to our benefit or to our, just against us. But I think the whole bug bounty thing that we've spoken about quite a lot, I did miss that off of our previous video. I'm going to add that in. I think it's such a useful system that we should utilize and ensure that if we are paying devs on an hourly wage, then we're utilizing that in a manner that we can get bugs done for cheap, time people's work, ensure that everything's being done, cross the T's, dot the I's kind of thing. But I think this is good because, it's kind of like Marmite, like it or hate it. The guy's a good developer. He does good work and he's put a lot into this blockchain. And there's something different about Tobias is even with him set in his ways, this whole situation of being the loudest person in the room on Twitter, regardless of everything, he sees the future and he sees the usefulness of all of these different things. But, I think there's someone who's like the perfect person for managing all of the different people. And I honestly believe you need an individual like a project manager to manage people, because some people can, it's like an office environment, isn't it? There's always going to be people that you simply don't get on with, or any kind of working environment. And the likelihood is your managing operator or the person supervising you is not going to put you with people that you rub against. Even though, you both produce great work, you produce better work when you're not near each other. It all comes down to finding our feet. But, a year into this, I think this is really interesting for everybody to kind of gauge that possibly there could be a return of Tobias on an hourly wage, and we should look to harness this in the best manner that we can, utilizing these bug bounties, setting tasks of simply saying, right, we want to hire this person and your task is to get us a classic station up and running. You time your work and we will pay you when you're finished and you've submitted the project and it's been audited by Certic. And I think it's so important getting these correct audits from the correct people going forward, especially with this inside man, inside Terra Vita, all of these different things happening. It's so important that our work is audited by someone who's not biased or part of the LUNC community. Folks, have a really nice evening. Hope you got some good information from this short video. Other than that, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. None of this is financial advice. Beware scammers, doppelgangers, anybody pretending to be me, and I will catch you in the next one.